once again, medyo mga ka-churbis, kumusta kayo? Kakasilaw na agad yung sikat ng araw. Pero pupunta tayo ngayon sa PICC again kasi second day ng ating symposium today. So maaga ko umalis kasi minsan yung 5 or 10 minutes na difference ng pag-alis mo minsan traffic na yun. So maigi naman ngayon at dire-diretso at mabilis lang at wala pang mas gasinong traffic. Nasa biyahe pa rin tayo. So padaan tayo ngayon sa City of Dreams. Nandito tayo sa area na to. At ayun, malapit na tayo. Nakalampas lang natin ang DFA ngayon. At ayun nga, mabilis lang yung biyahe natin. Meron tayong mga nararanasang mga stopovers. Pero ano lang yun, yung mga dahil may intersection, may traffic light katulad ngayon. Pero ang ating biyahe talagang maluwag kasi nga maaga pa. So, swerte tayo at wala tayong nadaan ng masyadong traffic. So, dito sa area na to medyo maluwag. Maganda magbiyahe ngayong umaga. At buti na nga lang nakalis tayo ng maaga. So, ayan na nga at tayo ay nagbabiyahe along Rojas Boulevard. Ayan, at papunta na nga tayo doon sa venue natin which is PICC. Doon po ginanap yung ating convention. Ayan, kakalampas lang natin nung yung tindahan ni Diwata. Ngayon ay nasa tapat naman tayo at padaan tayo ng CCP. Tapos maya eto na. Nandito na tayo sa area ng PICC. Talagang maganda magbiyahe pag maaga kasi nga walang gasinong traffic. So papasok na tayo sa compound ng PICC and we're ready for our symposium. Although maghintay tayo ng konti kasi medyo maaga pa nga. Pero okay lang yung maigi na yung mas maaga. Kesa naman malate tayo. So nandito na tayo. Tapos lang sa entrance doon sa exchange. Ngayon ay walang plenary, mamayang hapon pa. So we will be going to our concurrent session. Pero sila ay aantayin ko. Yung aking team, yung grupo namin ay aantayin ko muna dito sa may lobby. So dito muna while waiting for them. Maaga, maaga ako kasi kung halimbawa medyo 10 minutes late na ako, baka hindi ko na siya maabot ng on time. So, magandang mas maaga. So, welcome to PICC again. Day 2 ng aming HR, Leaders and HR Symposium. Convention ako na convention. Symposium. So, yan. Muna ako while waiting for them. Alam ko nasan sila problem ko kasi ang tawag dyan pa ako. So dito ako sa may waiting area because may upuan kung saan namin kinuha yung kit kahapon. So ayan yung station area. Upo muna ako doon. Hindi pa mag-start yung mga sessions. So I think I will be eating first. So dito muna ako sa cafeteria. Hindi sila hindi yamari. Kaya dito kami sa cafeteria kakain. Kaso ko konti lang din yung available. Doon na lang siya gano'n. Okay lang ba?
So just a quick reminder inside the room now as we will be closing the door once we start the session. And also session entitled Innovative and Technological HR Solutions of Prime HRM Agencies on the 4 HR systems in a remote and hybrid setup. I am Joey Agustin of the Civil Service Commission's Office of the Assistant Commissioner for Professionalization and Cooperation, and I will be your concurrent who will facilitate and moderate this session. With me is Ms. Shelly May Camila, also from the Civil Service Institute of the Civil Service Commission. And before that, of course, may I share with you or present to you some very important reminders. In government service, specializing in human resource development. She holds a Bachelor of Science in Biology and a Master's degree in National Security Administration. Additionally, she has completed all academic requirements for a Master's in Business Administration in Hawaii in USA. From 2005 to 2019, she led the Human Resource Development Department for San Juan City, achieving a remarkable 99% permanent appointment rate for city men.
Hindi, yung QR din sa rin. Hindi naman QR sa Karen.
The department has successfully implemented Mayor Vico's regularization program, resulting in the appointment of by far 3,803 employees to permanent positions. A significant HR operations across the city government. GEMS has been adopted by all offices within the city government, integrating them into the HR systems. And Pasig City earned the Prime HRM Bronze Award under her leadership, becoming the largest government agency to receive this prestigious recognition. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Miss Elvira R. Flores.
Bravo, bravo.
Sabay biglang hindi ako nakita. Good morning.
Good morning.
After hearing, so let me begin my presentation by shortly introducing to you the city of Pasig, its government, leadership, and so we made sure we perform and create the impact in the city government. Apart from working on the requirements to become Prime HRM, HRDO services have to be filled. Employee experience should be prioritized because what is Prime HRM if the employees cannot feel the services of the HR? To positively respond to perennial problems, we first focus on what is felt. In Filipino, yung malapit sa bituka. We provided all the benefits permitted under the law and even have been creative in looking for ways to provide more, be it salary increases, step increment, allowances, loyalty and overtime pay, bonuses, awards, recognitions. We release them on time all the time. Even JOs have overtime allowance and gratuity pay, such that when they retire from the service at 65, it's actually the gratuity. They are given gratuity pay.
Oo, nagbigay.
Long hours of lining up.
Nakikita kasi nandun siya.
Just in the
may video ko dun kay ma'am.
We resorted to the use of IT in most of monitoring of different HR aspects will be impossible with only the meager number of staff we have as compared to the number of employees and enormity of the tasks of the HR, which I know you all understand. We actually have commissioned the Ateneo School of Government for that. They are here. Because we are a very big agency, we have our HR coordinators per office, which consists of at least one each for the first and second level of employees. They are chosen and nominated by every office, officially designated through an office order by the city mayor to avoid replacements along the way. And the functions of the HR coordinators are spelled out in an executive order, also by the mayor, so that it will be. So, we innovate. One thing I learned from the program on Global Leaders for Innovation and Knowledge, which I attended, is that an innovation does not need to be a huge breakthrough. It could be a new way of doing things, which make people's lives better. Or it could be a little tweak to an existing system, which is applied to another environment. So all in all, innovation is about creation of a new value in a setting that needs that value. So it doesn't have to be big. Therefore, when thinking about innovation, it is important to first consider the real needs of the end users and the impact on their surroundings that it will have. I believe that with the small and big things that we do for the employees that needs it, we are making use of innovation as needed and with the end in view of making their lives better and our relationship stronger and more interesting.
71, no? 71.
16 of them are here with us.
Ay, isa sila. Wow! Congrats, Pasig.
And thank you.
Dapat pala may picture tayo.
Right. So moving on, I'd like to introduce our next subject matter expert. Currently, he is the OIC Director of the Human Resource Department of the Securities and Exchange Commission. He is the former Chief Administrative Officer of the HRDD of the NEDA, and he is also a former PSO6 at the Office of the President. For the degrees that he has earned, then he has a Doctor in Public Administration and Master in Public Administration from the PUP Manila. And he also has a degree in Education from the Bicol University in Legazpi City. For his engagements, he is a part-time lecturer at the College of Public Administration at the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila. For his awards and accomplishments, he is the Executive HR Champion in 2021 and 2022 given by the Career Executive Service Board for championing HR development. He has a dedicated service award in 2020 for service and commitment by reporting to work during the COVID-19 pandemic. He also
saying that 2,500 is face-to-face and then 2,500 is online for this ASAR symposium. So anyway, Securities and Exchange Commission. So I have to repeat it. Securities, not security. I remember in 2020. Okay. So concept. We have employee attraction and employee retention. Now, when we say employee retention, we have to draw the talents. How we draw the talents to be a part of the organization. And some of the key factors that we have to consider are of course, applicants are interested about competitive pay. Of course, that's number one. Then we have the career growth opportunities. And then the third one is positive work culture. Now we are known, we have our own branding so that we are familiar with our own 18, you are already employed in government, then you have 47 years in government service. Great. Then we have some of the key factors under this retention. How do we retain our employees so that we'll maintain them, so that they will not transfer from other agencies, whether government or in the private sector, or for any job opportunity. So we have to consider this career development, including or in the world, including the SEs in the different jurisdictions. So this is international.
Group Philippines. Recently,
Dynamic na tinabated talaga pag bata. Si tanda lang niya. Parang anak ko lang.
Committed to continuous learning and development as well as the membership of future tech leaders, equipping them with the skills needed to succeed in a competitive environment. So ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Miss Dana Maharokon.
26.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. She sounds like one.
I do want to share first and foremost that I am no longer 26. I'm really almost there. Thank you. I appreciate that.
26.
The entire company throughout that journey, right? And of course, a talent management system. Now, how do we make sure that we get to bring out the best in people? For Seek, we actually have our own in-house digital learning platform. So not everything in JobStreet and Seek is branded Seek Blank or JobStreet Blank. We have a platform that we own that's called Go1. Previously, this was commercialized. We've made it available in the market, but as of recently, we've actually used it fully for our own use. So every time we onboard a new employee, they actually go through Go1 modules where they go through videos, and then they go through exams, and then they go through all the succeeding steps to make their onboarding a portion, not the full onboarding process, a portion of their onboarding process more efficient. These are things, for example, policy review, right? Every HR talent acquisition partner knows this. When you hire someone and they onboard in your company, you spend at least half a day briefing them through policies, briefing them through office rules and regulations, and then we make them sign a gigantic handbook that they have to surrender if they resign. A lot of people are smiling. I feel like some companies are still doing this. And it's not a bad thing because it's necessary. Because we want to be compliant, because there needs to be consent and acceptance on our company's respective policies. But there are digital platforms that can actually allow us to do this more efficiently and save more trees by not printing gigantic handbooks. Next is performance at Seek. We have biannual performance reviews. What we do, and I'm not going to teach you guys how to do performance reviews. You probably have very mature and very robust performance review programs, but what I'll be talking about is the technology that we use to support it. So,
our next subject matter expert. She is a project management professional, or in short, PMP. And as product manager at Inspire, she is leading the product development and innovation team. With her extensive experience in product and project management, having worked on digital platforms and mobile applications in Dubai. She is also a special lecturer at the Lyceum of the Philippines University and holds a PMP certification. She is skilled in program management, business analytics, and technology integration, and is pursuing a Master of Information Technology. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome Miss Charm Peralta.
Hi everyone, good morning. Good morning. Check this. So I know some of you are actually expecting our CEO, but later you would find him in the plenary hall session at 1:30. Incubator here in the Philippines. We are 100% Filipino-owned. I oversee the digital product portfolio.
And I am also involved in the product development and management of our digital solutions. So we do have, we are calling our product NCGMS. So back in Dubai, the applications that I am handling are Microsoft, Oracle, and SAP. But I am proud to be a part of Inspire. So we have this Inspire Comprehensive Government Management System. So our flagship product, as you can see here, we also have Prime HR. So imagine a system that seamlessly manages your entire workforce life cycle, from attracting the top talents to guiding them through every step of their careers. Okay, so that is Prime HR. So this is where innovation meets efficiency, and every process, from recruitment to retirement, is streamlined to ensure that excellence and meritocracy is achieved at every stage. So let's explore it a little bit. Okay, so I know you are all familiar with the basic HR management system, the timekeeping and the payroll. But because of the maturity levels with the Memorandum of Prime HR, we have built into our application RSP, SPMS, RNR, L&D. And on top of that, we have created other modules as part of it, like employee inventory, wellness management, and even medical records management. So as you can see here, with all of our deployments, so 99% of our clients are government. So we are providing a job portal for them. So usually this is hosted, so for those who are in HR and IT here, this is hosted in their domain. So any job vacancies that you would have created from your staffing plan, workforce plan, would be posted here automatically. So any applicant can sign up, register, and the good thing with this, you can keep them in your future pool if other job openings or vacancies would be there. So here, this is just an example of our dashboard. So I hope you won't be able to see technology officers here. Whereas we have created it in such a way that you can upload multiple courses, you can upload all types of videos, you can generate certificates, you can create exams, different types of questionnaire and quizzes to assess the competency. And even those videos about onboarding, about HR policy, whereas you would have to take in your HR manager or HR officer to do trainings, and I know scheduling is quite tedious. You can do it as you please. So once the placement is done, you can assign all of the learning and development content directly here. So learning and development, employees monitoring all of the trainings and the seminars. And we all have this travel orders as well. So that is also connected. If you have applied for a travel order and it's for a training, automatically it's going to show up in your dashboard. No need to send an email or ask them or get permission. Even the permission process in all of our modules are done through the system. So competency management, all of the we have a lot of experts already within the organization. So we want to utilize that. But we also allow in our learning and development to get external resources so we can do the videos for them and upload it in your learning and development platform. And this is also very important, employee inventory. So we have a full-fledged inventory management system with asset management and procurement, whereas all of the RIS, all of the documentation for a specific movement of inventory, let's say a laptop or any ID assets can be attached to a specific employee. So once they leave, for example, or retire, all of the assets that is assigned to that employee should be returned back to the important, we call it Insight. So Insight, because Inspire and CGMS, we're following that end pattern.
Hindi naman kasi ako masyadong active ng ano sa FB. Kaya mas marami kayong friend.
The mayors, the governors, or the director generals, where if you have purchased most of our modules, or we have deployed most of our modules, not just Prime,
but the other finance modules, social services, CBMS, civil registry, and such, you can have like one single dashboard that you can see all of the analytics. So what we've done here, because of automation, we have microservices where everything is integrated. So that's
all those sharings. So what a very productive and fruitful learning experience from all of us listening to the sharings of our subject matter experts for this morning. Unfortunately, we do not have time for the question and answer anymore. But if you have questions that you would like to address to our subject matter experts, you may raise them through the platform of the Leaders in HR Symposium. And we will do our best and request them to respond to those questions. Alright? So before we finally end today's session, I'd like to request our subject matter experts to come up the stage.
Dali na ba? Thank you. Third floor, meeting room 1. Ito na. Parang yung mga tao nila kinuha lang kung
the potential for greatness actually exists within every individual, all of us. And the potential for greatness, it can just has to be discovered and unleashed. Okay? You know, you work some days at home and some days at work. There will be transfers, new bosses, different functions. You might be transferred to another location. Okay? Maybe, therefore, you will have new co-workers.